Hi guys, it's Real Talk with Tracy. Oh, just got back from a walk with my little girl. You see her there? Unfortunately, we had to put her brother down, her friend. That's been really hard. But I am making this video because I found something out and I want you to realize how important it is to have conversations with friends and family that are older than you to make sure they're getting the medical care that they need. So I was talking to my aunt who's in her 80s and she doesn't have any kids, or that many people in her life. She's married, but her husband's in his 90s. And we were talking about medication and she said, I'm on thyroid medication. I said, oh, I'm on thyroid medication too. And I said, yeah, I have to go every 3 months on my doctor's insistence to have my TSH blood work checked to make sure that I'm on the right level of medication. And she told me that she hadn't been to her doctor in years. And that when she goes in, all he does is weigh her and measure her and give her a prescription and send her home. And he calls that a physical. There's no EKG. There's no blood work. I said, well, when's the last time you had your blood drawn? She goes, I don't know, like 5 or 10 years ago. And I said, and you're on different medications and you haven't even had a blood draw? No, I hate him. I hate going there. I said, well then, but he's still giving you prescriptions. And she said, yeah. So she told me his name and I got really upset because that's lack of care and it's unethical as a doctor to be giving out medication to somebody who you don't know what their blood work is telling you. So I called, we won't say his name, Dr. So-and-so's office. And I said, listen, I'm calling on behalf of my aunt. This is her name. It's come to my attention that you're prescribing medication and she hasn't been there in many, many years. And they said, like defensively, like, well, you're not on her list of people that we could talk to and blah, blah, blah. I said, listen, she is in her 80s. She's 20 years older than me. And I am looking out for her best interest. So what I want you to do is I want you to put me on hold. I want you to look in your computer and I want you to tell me when's the last time you saw her. So she comes back. She was here 3 years ago. Really? Okay, so you're prescribing, besides other medications, thyroid medication to my aunt, and you haven't even physically seen her in 3 years. Well, it's her fault. She should have come in. I said, listen, I want to make myself clear that she's in her 80s. And what I want you to do is to kindly call her and remind her that she needs to come in for a blood draw. And I want you to give her better care because you are not taking care of her. You can't just be doling out pills to somebody who you don't see. You don't know what their blood levels are. And that's completely unethical. So I want you to know that that's not okay. And you're going to have to do something about this right away. So then my aunt calls me, worried. They cut off all my medications. They're not going to give me anything anymore. And I said, you have to go for a blood draw. well, they told me they're never giving me medications again and I'm just cut off. And I said, no, honey, you're not cut off. I called them to make sure that you're being cared for the way you should be. And they're going to call you and you're going to get a blood draw next week because I want to make sure that you're on the right level of medication. So I called them back and all of a sudden they're sweet as sugar. Oh, hi. Because they're worried I'm going to call the medical board. Oh, hi. Yeah, we're going to take really good care of your aunt. She's going to come in. We're going to do a blood draw. You are. That's nice. Okay. So then she calls me. Oh, you're not going to believe it. What is that, Auntie? They called me and they were so nice to me. They're never this nice to me. And they were so sweet on the phone. And they wanted to make sure I had a way to get here. And they're going to do a blood draw for me and give me a full physical and check to make sure I'm okay. And I said, that's great. That's the way it should be. And she said, I'm so sorry I was a little rude to you, but I was really scared thinking that they were going to take all my pills away from me and not give me pills anymore. And I said, do you understand that you need to get your blood work done at least every year? I get mine done every 3 months because I have Hashimoto's disease, which is an autoimmune thyroid disease. They need to be on top of your care. And she's like, well, how did you get them to do it? Because they're never nice. They never seem to care about me. What did you do? And I said, I called them and I told them that the way you're being treated is not acceptable and that moving forward, they're going to be taking better care of you. And she said, I love you so much. And I said to her, you know what? I love you so much. And she said, I wish you were here so we could have dinner. I said, you know what? I wish I was closer by so we could have dinner too. So watch out for people that you care about. Ask questions because everybody needs an advocate. Everybody needs someone to have their back. Because with the way things are nowadays, frankly, they just slip through the cracks like they're no one. And not on my watch. That won't happen. So, as long as I can be strong and assertive, I will not allow people to be treated this way. And I have jumped in and gotten involved with my friends that are going through cancer treatments, divorces, a lot of other things. Because nobody should be a floor mat. Everybody is important. And if you're not being treated that way, stand up for yourself. And if you can't stand up for yourself, find an advocate who can stand up for you. Okay? So anyway, stay strong, people. Stay strong. You're worth it. Please subscribe to my channel. Sending everybody love and light and always praying for peace on this earth. Oh, that's my number one wish. Peace. All around the world. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be beautiful? All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Check out my podcast too at Hi Guys Real Talk with Tracy. Okay, bye.